Okay, we get that nade off. Oh my god. Absolute annihilation there. Hello there, folks. Hatman here, and I truly hope you guys are having a lovely day. We're playing another 2v2. I'm playing with my buddy Lemmy. He is playing as the British. I'm playing as the Soviets. I kind of decided to go with the random faction for the Allies, and I kind of like to do that. I think it's a lot of fun to get surprised with different faction all the time, different doctrine. Even at the cost of sometimes me getting completely obliterated by the opponent, but it's all fun in games. We are playing support doctrine, I believe, and I'm able to bring a lot of infantry essentially because Soviet infantry is quite cheap. So we're gonna bring hordes of Red Army soldiers, you know, facing the Germans. My second squad is going a bit towards the north, and their job would be essentially to cover our flank. So let's see if we can find a good position for them. We're gonna separate machine gunners from the rest of the squad. These squads are pretty cheap, essentially, because they do not have like rifle grenadiers, they don't have Panzerfausts or anything like that. So these are bare bones squads, but they do have a decent machine gun and assistance. So we're gonna try to utilize those guys as soon as possible. We're playing against pretty good German players, and this one should be a lot of fun to watch. We're the first one to reach the point. We gotta make sure that our guys go inside of the house. So now we're gonna have a big advantage in the center, simply being the first one to compete for the point. And we have two buildings essentially in our zone, so we can take cover there. Let's see if we can use a nade. I'm kind of falling short. You can see that the enemies are microing their troops quite well. They have a machine gunner, you know, abandon the position, and then return. I did not play. I think I played once on this map before, but you kind of have to play multiple times on these maps to kind of understand the relief or the terrain. What is a good position to put your men, especially machine gunner, in? So after buying 3 squads, essentially, I'm getting a Panzerfaust team, or Panzerstrike team, pardon me. Because I feel like in order to dislodge us, they're going to have to bring some kind of vehicle. Might be a half-track, might be like a 222, something that will shred infantry. And we're just going to try to be, you know, very annoying with our positioning. Yeah, those Germans MGs are really scary. I was cooking that nade for another guy, and by the time I decided to toss it, it was already too late. But that was a really good one. We get a couple of kills. And as I predicted, there is a half-track coming in. But I feel like they got a bit too greedy. And we hit it with Panzerschreck. And of course, we have anti-tank nade to finish it off. So destroying half-track there means essentially that we are safe. That our position is safe. I'm gonna try to bring use SMG squad in the center. Yes. We captured the strategic position and we took some extra cash with us. So I'm slowly gonna try to rotate my troops towards the right flank. Because it's thinly held, nothing else. Oh, we killed their MG, I think. Yep. There is no activity on the right flank. As you can tell, on the left there are some skirmishes here and there, but, you know, nothing special is happening. Although the Germans are pushing us back with their rifle grenadiers. German rifle grenadiers have 10 HE nades, so they can use them quite successfully. And this is where the enemy is, you know, having a push. I thought that my machine gunners should be able to fire, but they couldn't because of the terrain. This is what I'm saying, like, you really need to know the map in order to position your troops properly. I see he's gonna toss a nade and just try to run away, but there was a really good cooking. And I only have, like, a machine gunner left now. we tried there. But, yeah. Germans are pushing, so I'm gonna try to get those guys out and try to find them like a decent position to be in. SMG squad gonna move as well. There's a new point on the map, and I just realized it. So I was too busy microing elsewhere. And I'm contemplating what to get. I don't like T50. I kind of never did. And PT7A I used once and I realized doesn't have like HE shells. It's a support gun similar to Staghound that my ally is using, but it's just much worse. It's like a very, very soft armor, easy to destroy. It doesn't have heat rounds. AP rounds are very bad for that thing. So it has bad angle when it comes to, you know, firing trajectory. Not a fan. Not a fan of BT7A. So I decided just to go for an officer, supply officer essentially. Because like having officer at the point could be the difference between like getting it or not getting it. And we're kind of late to the party. They already have, you know, high ground and have like a very heavily fortified position with machine gunners all over the place. They control it. We have some good troops on it, but they control the position. So we're gonna try to pour in more and more men without them getting killed, which is not gonna be easy. So we're gonna have to hide them behind this wooden shed, essentially. And look at that nade. Absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. He got like, I don't know, 7 guys off that nade. And this is when we lose it. Like, it was very difficult to get in the first place. Seems like they have, what? There is a truck. So let's see if I can use my officer to spot it. So we see Pack 38. That thing is on a hill and kind of overlooks the ground that we hold. So this could make a problem for Staghound because Staghound is not really tanky, cannot survive a lot. So I'm trying to spot it for Lemmy to kill it. It was a really good shot. He kills 2 guys on the cannon, but the cannon, you know, stays. Pack 38 is still alive and kicking. And he gets a little bit too excited. Gets into the range of Panzerhauptfaust 100 and gets destroyed, essentially. So he's gonna try to repair it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to heal that guy. But Pack 38 is in a different position now and simply gonna kill the Staghound. And there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. I'm gonna put this guy at the edge of the map, and I gotta order him not to fire at will. Just to return fire, he needs to. I'm gonna get another anti-tank team. As a Shrek team. With the right flank, because I have nothing there. We have one team in the center, but we don't have anything over there. We're getting elite guards with SMGs. We have some guys in the center, but I do not want to weaken my center too much. Yeah, my buddy's kind of thinking that I should take that point, and I know that, but, you know, I'm simply kind of far away from it. And this is where you see enemy troops. That's a half track. I see some infantry pushing in. Yeah, they're getting kind of too greedy. They're trying to push quickly through our positions. We managed to damage the half track. The engine is gone. But it's repairable. So I'm going to bring my anti-tank team to deal with it. Yeah, I'm going to bring additional units just to prevent the enemy from easily pushing through. And my guards are getting closer, which is good. Yeah, that was a nice hit. They have MG Gunner. And I was thinking if I should buy something like a vehicle BT7 or T50. And finally I decided on T50 because I think T50 is more survivable. It's not that good versus infantry, but I think it's more survivable than BT7A. But I was kind of waiting, and this is usually my mistake. I prefer to go with infantry and only later buy my doctrinal points when they appear. If I had like BT7 or I had T50, it would be very, very difficult for him to push with his vehicles. Another half track coming in, but again, we have anti-tank. So we easily kill it. But we are in a bit of trouble right now. My tank is coming in, and my ally says like, look, Pack 38, and I know that it's there. I'm not gonna get any closer. I just need to put some pressure on his infantry because he is trying to capture the point. And I should have gotten some additional infantry, but I was kind of sure that we're going to take this position. It was like deep inside of our territory, but my assumptions were wrong. Let's put it that way. Not going to be easily taken. I was also contemplating of bringing my officer to the point, but it's too risky. Like, Commissar can stay where he is. That was a nice one. We don't have the best angle, to be honest. And that pack is like really, really far away. So I don't think it can do much, even if it hits me. But here come our assault sappers. Yeah, kind of too bad that this guy could not fire, but we continue to push. We continue to push. They have like a new squad on the point. And Lemon brings like a 3.7-inch support gun or howitzer. And I would say it's among the best in the game. I feel like it has one of the biggest booms, so to speak. And just before they could take it, we bring more men in. And we clean them up. Yeah, we gotta be aiming for that thing. I'm gonna push my infantry forward and try to rush it. Gonna bring another guards squad on the point. So let's see if we can do anything over there. We got a nice hit. And he manages to rescue it. This is the first time we see Grill, though. Grill is making its appearance known with the world, and that Grill is very close. There is another point. Very close to that one. But because we won this one on the right flank, now we're going to have a close one. So I'm calling in recon to see what they have. Okay, they have some infantry that would be Stug 3. That would be Stug 3. So I was thinking of getting T-34s, 85s, but you know, I'm like, is that thing smart to do? Just gonna hit the half track, make sure we destroy it. And I'm gonna try to fall back. Wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I'm gonna try to dig in with my squad. We take one of the points, and we should take the second one as well. The original one that we were fighting over for a long, long time. And that's all thanks to the officer, you know, being on the point. Yeah, we gotta prevent our guy from firing on its own. I'm just gonna try to do my spotting job with him. Okay, we see those guys. We're gonna get out of the bush and, you know, try to cook a good nade. And we do. You know, we force him out of the trench, and our infantry does the rest. That was quite nice. So it's 4-2 in those strategic positions. So far, so good. And I can say that we were kind of lucky that those spawned on the right. Oh, that was a great shot from a Sexton. And this is where I decided to bring a sniper to bear on the enemy. Because I feel like trench warfare not gonna be easy. Especially with enemy having grill. Yeah, I'm going to try to push the enemy back if I can. We're population capped as well. I think, again, is a problem that I'm lacking in awareness of buying doctrinal colons early on, because this is where they make a lot of difference. Okay, I got that recon plane, but probably was a bad idea. They delayed my purchases significantly. We see that stack 3 moving. There are AP miners. It's quite an interesting thing to see. Not many players would bother bringing AP miners. Yeah, we're gonna try to heal those guys. And I'm purposefully gonna try to avoid the areas that I know are mined. But look at the destructive power of STG-44. Yeah, we simply do not have enough to compete. And we're getting shot from both sides in the front, so... You know, sometimes it's simply not worth it. My enemy has a sniper somewhere. I want to make sure that my sniper is in range. Pardon me, guys. Yeah, simply it wasn't worth it, in my opinion, to compete over there. So one of the problems with my sniper, there is the fact that, you know, my sniper is trying to shoot. Well, my machine gunners are pinning them down. So whenever he's ready to fire, you know, the enemy goes down, and that's a big of an issue. Yeah, our sniper only 1 kill so far. Very disappointing. We're gonna bring a new squad. Yeah, this stack 3 is quite annoying. I'm thinking if I should get anything, or I should wait for, like, IS-2. Yeah, he should have a line of sight, but simply because our machine gunners are putting pressure on the enemy, he cannot do much. Yeah, our opponents had really good micro, and they were, like, everywhere. we miss. And there's a new point. So again, I'm contemplating, do I get this one or not? I don't really like BR5. It's a massive cannon, like 280 millimeters, but I literally cannot hit anything with it. Whenever I used it, it just didn't go well for me. So Stag is on the right flank. That means that the left flank should be open. And this one seems like, you know, it's very close to the enemy to take. And like we're not gonna have a lot of chances of you know, doing much, but let's see. Let's see. That will be enemy grill in a very interesting position. So I see it. I'm gonna spread out my guys. Gonna press K to break the squad so they don't bunch up. Because that grill can like one-shot the entire squad easily. We're gonna drop some smoke. Yeah, this is how powerful the grill is. We gotta try to get on the point. You know, start capping it. Our guys are very, very valuable. So I'm gonna give this one to Lemmy because he has no tanks. And I'm gonna take a flamer tank forward. Because with this Colin, you get 2. But this will mean that there is no possibility for us to get like a third tier Colin with the only 85 points. Okay, we're getting some additional infantry from Lemmy to help us out. I'm afraid of that Stag 3, to be honest, but I'm also looking for the grill to get into the range of grill. We get a good shot on it. I'm pretty sure we damaged it, but well, we simply cannot kill it. We do not have the angle. It's hiding well. So this is where I turn, and I'm like, I'm gonna use my flamethrower. Yeah, I think let me manage to kill that grill with his T-34. And somehow we have a control all of a sudden. I see a bunch of enemy infantry coming in. Gonna try to run away with my sniper. We're gonna get the new squad to support us on the right because enemies are pushing in. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking where to position my guys. This is 234/4. I used it to the great effect against the Soviet tanks. I gotta try to angle my armor, but I was kind of busy microing elsewhere. Yeah, we have a lot of infantry on that point, and it would be very, very good if we could take it. Could actually take it. Yeah, let's see if our sniper can do anything. And he does. We score a nice hit. Yeah, we're not gonna allow enemy to get onto the point. Once we manage to establish ourselves, like, there's no way we can allow them to do that. And just like that, we get shot from Tiger 2. Yeah, I'm thinking of, like, what to get. I was thinking of getting the Ice Steel 45, but yeah, I'm short on points. So we're not gonna have anything to match King Tiger. That thing is lost, but we got 5 to their 3 points. That's what counts big time. And now there is a point in the center, and again, this one should be in our hands, but let's see if it really is. Okay, we get a nade off. Oh my god. Absolute annihilation there. And there is a half track as well. Yeah, currently I cannot see it because of all the smoke. And now once we see it, we issue an order, but yeah, mistakes were made. You should always get the pistol out. Okay, let me destroy it, so we gotta push now with our infantry. We should be okay. We should be okay. It will be very difficult for the enemy to defeat our assault sappers. That's 234/4 over there in the back. And Lemmy's opening fire with its artillery. That was a very strange nade. Didn't do any damage. Okay, we gotta cook that guy. And one more. So for the time being, we are managing to push them back and essentially recapture the position. He is trying to push his armor and his infantry on the right flank, but we have a good flanking position in that trench. So it would be very difficult for him to move without suffering heavy casualties. There's another point. There is another point now on the right. That's Whirlwind. So I have to alter the path of these guys so they don't get killed by Whirlwind. And I decide, like, I'm gonna have to bring another T-34 duo. Yeah, he kind of saw me. So I don't think I will get into the range to fire. But for as long as we can keep them at the distance, I think that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, I just mowed them down over there. We have a flamer tank. Okay, let me just kill my guy. Like, ran him over like he was nothing. And he misses on that Whirlwind, I think. Ah, a dead 2-2. It's really, really annoying on my right flank. Killed a bunch of guys. But the good thing is that we now have additional tanks and we have additional infantry simply waiting for the enemy to come. We even have a flamethrower in the point. And to be honest, it was a bad idea to push flamethrower tank over here. Flamethrower tank should be defending the point from enemy infantry. And the normal T-34-85 should be the one trying to flank. That thing is waiting. Yeah, but it's so damn fast. If you play well with that thing, you are the one to decide when to engage. We're gonna get more assault sappers, and enemies are trying to establish themselves around the point, but simply too little too late, I would say. The guy has Panzerfaust. We gotta make sure he can only use it. Yeah, we kind of cleaned him up. Oh, I just saw that thing, and I started backing off, but get cooked immediately. This is why everyone is afraid of King Tiger. Yeah, only now I realized that, you know, I'm not essentially using HE shell. I'm using HE instead of AP. That thing was in my range. Yeah. I should have locked my AP, to be honest. But mistakes were made. So now there are only 10 minutes left, 10 and a half. I'm going to field more infantry, as I do. This guy had 6 kills. Interesting. Okay, I think that thing ricocheted. Once again, I did not lock my ammunition. Yeah, that thing is tracked, so I'm gonna try to get into a flanking position to take it out. Was somewhat okay. Very good. So stack 3 is officially not there anymore. And we cooked that 234/4. There is another point, but this point, again, would be very, very difficult to assault. Because it's like a part of the enemy-dominated field. They have the high ground, they have a machine gun set from the beginning of the game, so dislodging them from there would be very costly. Let's put it that way. And he's trying to kill Sextons. But we kill him. We kill that 222. This is why you should have always, you know, your anti-tank infantry in the back. That would be Grill AA. And the reason why they go Grill AA at this point would be essentially to protect their King Tiger from getting bombed to death. Although we do not have bombing runs, so... Again, Sextons are opening fire. And I'm getting close. We're in range. And of course I miss. Tiger misses. Yep, that was a nice hit. We're simply gonna stay behind the hill. Yeah, I tried to open some fire over there. There's a big push to the left, so I'm gonna bring a squad to help my ally. Yeah, that King Tiger is looking for trouble. We managed to burn that guy to death, which is great. And we see enemy squad coming in. I'm lurking around with my Panzerschreck, but the problem is that, you know, you can't really kill Tiger from the front. Even with the Panzerschreck's penetration. If you can hit the side of the turrets, that would be a different story, but... I was kind of hoping that my Flamer tank will be able to shoot flames at this angle. Again, that pistol. Where is that pistol when you need it? What the hell was that? I hate that when what happens, like that the change of angles. So it seems like they're pushing towards our point. And just like that, there is a point in dead center. So let's see if we can bring some additional infantry. There are like 5 minutes remaining, and their only way to win this one would be essentially to destroy our, or to take our central point, or, you know, victory point. Not quite sure what he was thinking. Maybe he wanted to bait my T-34 to get out. And this is where my ally kills me with his sexton. But not before I managed to kill that 222. Yeah. So my ally managed to stabilize the left flank, so I'm going to bring extra infantry in the center. Simply did not have enough infantry protection there. And I couldn't move my T-34 simply because it would get destroyed by King Tiger. And here come assault sappers once again to the rescue. So our turret is damaged. That means that we cannot really utilize our cannon properly. Did he miss? I have no idea how we survived that, to be honest. It's Panzerschreck for sure. This is where like having Piat would be really good. He got like a really nice shot with Panzerfaust. But even if they destroy my T-34, like, it doesn't matter at this point. Let's see. That was a decent nade, though. That was a decent nade. Yeah, we have a lot of infantry. I'm now gonna bring my officer as well. I lost a lot of guys. Stayhound is gone. I think that Stayhound did much. I'm not sure if that was like a late purchase. We gotta try to drop some nades on the enemy. It feels like it's very difficult to find a good position for my guys. They're like always facing the wrong way, to be honest. Yeah, we're suffering heavy casualties, but we were competing for the point big time. Now they managed to break through, and they're trying to cap our home point, so I'm not gonna allow that. Yep. And just like that, with our artillery, we're gonna clean them up. At this point, we can just write GG. Nothing will change in the next 30 seconds. Yep. Very nice. We cleaned them up over there. We have another squad coming in, so our point should be safe. Should be safe saved. Like, oh my god, I forgot to speak. And that's it. So Lemmy did a terrific job as always. He got so many kills with his artillery. Um, I didn't do that great infantry wise. I had some big losses. Some of it was like my micro mismanagement. The other thing is that I was the one to send a lot of infantry. I didn't have artillery, so that was my job. Our opponents did a great job as well. They were kind of sneaky and aggressive. So kudos to them. It was a great game. And thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, or join our Discord, or even become a channel member. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.